stuff you care about. I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you. Thank you. Candace Bailey is on assignment, so joining me today, Miss Sarah Underwood.
Guess what? We're coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's convenient.
Oh.
On the old program today, Carmen Electra is here live. Yes. Her new movie is Mardi Gras Spring Break. Woo! Finally, a documentary about our Beads for Boobs economy. Plan I could get behind. And then I'm going to take some early retirement because the Diablo 3 multiplayer beta is out. Game break. We'll take you into my personal dungeon.
Plus, today's WTF are balloon addicts. That's right, fetishists that love to be inside giant balloons.
Oh.
Weird.
I was always doing that the other way around. I get it now.
And today's gadget prawn is the Samsung Conquer 4G. The Android phone that also serves as a 4G mobile hotspot. Very cool. Not to be confused with the G-Spot, though.
Right. Well, those don't exist, so how could you?
That's what you think, Kevin.
Prove me wrong, please.
I will. I'll find it, and then I'll tell you.
You give me a miner's cap and a pair of barbecue tongs, and I'll find it for you. We'll figure this out. That's how it works, right? That's.
Time to run down the top 5 things on the web.
I'm fired. We're going around the net. Maybe an like my contract has been terminated. Yay! Hey, why don't we just take a trip to the skate park, huh?
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
Be careful, though. Those ramps are dangerous.
Oh.
The sidewalk should be fine, though, right?
Oh, dude.
Crawl. I always wondered what you'd find where the sidewalk ends. Apparently, it's pieces of that kid's face. But now we know.
Now we know.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved, yes.
The Giving Tree doesn't give out new faces, by the way, so you're kind of screwed. Charles Silverstein jokes? Anybody?
We're on board. We got it. We know where you're going.
The light in the attic is a candle because you're dead.
Enough of those.
Thank you.
Half of all videos posted onto the web are Michael Jackson impressions. But what makes today's number 4 enjoyable is the twist ending.
Yeah. So here's a fancy moonwalk accompanied by Billie Jean, which was Jacko's ode to paternity tests. Because, you know, he was super into chicks.
Too bad he messed up his face.
Well, that's just like Michael Jackson. I mean, that's the ultimate impression. You got to take it that far. If only he would have tripped and fallen onto a 12-year-old, then it would have really completed it.
Oh, might be too soon. Might be.
People were making those jokes before he died. Is that?
That's true.
It's too late.
That's kind of true.
Yeah.
And at number 3, proof that there are good times to give a friend a hand.
Yeah. And there are times when your friend would probably be better off on his own.
Get some! Come on,
You all right? Steve. That's just like the chariot races in ancient Rome.
Except less naked and more douchey.
Yeah.
I think we tried to walk it off, though. That's always a good one. Have you ever had a massive injury like that? Like ever?
No.
Okay. Can we get a bike and a rope and see if we can't? Because we can. No?
No. I've actually never broken a bone or anything, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any sprains, fractures?
No.
Strong teeth?
Yes.
Good. I got to
Anything
take
else?
stock. I got to look for the perfect genetic match here, so I have to know exactly what's going on here. Oh, there's not a snowball's chance in hell.
I wasn't putting myself up for that, Kevin.
Okay, great, but consent is not something I'm used to dealing with.
Down on national
Construction. I'm talking about construction because it's dangerous work, right? We got to respect it.
Yeah, well, especially in Russia.
shit.
It happens.
That was perfect timing with the smoke.
Yeah. Even the buildings in Russia are fall-down drunks. That's what we learned from that.
That was Russia's version of Pixar's Up, yeah? I think it was. Kind of.
It's not quite up to our standards yet, but close.
Close.
Close. Hey, still ahead, we have an old video, and it's today's number one. It's coming back around.
Stick around. Granny Panties, up next.
Why'd you point to yourself?
Right. Maybe it's laundry.
This portion of Attack of the Show is brought to you by AutoZone. Parts are just part of what we do. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Which one?
Do the chant one more time. I want to see that dance. You guys mind thing? What was that? Did you run? Don't hurt. Whoa! Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, just fell
Oh, here, let me get it. I'll get it.
Sure is see-through right now. Okay.
We
Read the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally read. Let's zoom in. Today's number one item comes to us from
I got it.
yeah, no, it was cool. Today's number one item was almost that, but the one that
It
would have been.
Applauding.
It would have been. But our actual number one comes to us from a recent University of Michigan football game.
Yeah. Tailgating at college football game is a time-honored tradition of drunks everywhere.
Yeah, and in case you were wondering, age is not an issue.
1, 2, 3, go!
Well done. Shotgun the insurer.
Congratulations for having awesome grandmas.
Yeah. And sorry about their upcoming appearances on G4's newest show, Grampus PD. Here we go.
All right, enough. Ma'am, how much have you been drinking tonight?
Oh, that's none of your business, young man.
Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, it's drink o'clock. Help me up, boys.
Granny, 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 Granny. Granny, Granny, Granny,
Okay, all right, guys. We got a noise complaint. We're gonna have to shut this party down.
You pig.
All right, that's enough.
Free show.
Granny, 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 Granny.
On the next episode of Grampus PD, a senior citizen takes her walker of shame. Watch an all-new episode of Grampus PD tonight, only on G4.
Here at Attack of the Show, we're no stranger to the world of balloon fetishes. But whether you're a popper or not, there's an entire subgroup of balloon fetishists that we uncovered online devoted to only one thing: being inside giant balloons. Yeah, don't worry. We'll say it for you. What the f***? They're called giant looners, and it's a subculture of balloon fetishism that revolves entirely around the act of getting in or being inside giant balloons. The term looner, or loonies, comes from the shortening of the word ballooner. Giant looners often attribute the origin of their attraction to a pre-sexual experience with balloons, often involving balloon popping by someone desirable. While giant balloons might not seem like your typical bondage and discipline act, domination and submission play a strong role in the arousal of these balloon enthusiasts. The act of being in a giant balloon is depowering for the person inside, thus allowing them to assume the role of the submissive in the relationship. Once inside a giant balloon, looners, or balloon knots as they're sometimes called, have a number of ways to keep themselves entertained. Some looners like to get inside while the balloon is still deflated and then inflate it from the inside. Others enjoy inflating a large number of smaller balloons from inside the larger one. But for most giant loonies, simply being inside the balloon is enough of a thrill for the womb-like sensation and experience that it gives them. The community of giant looners is strong, both on and offline. Because giant balloons are both hard to find and expensive, loonies have relied on the internet and group gatherings to meet like-minded balloon lovers. Balloon parties are typically the largest such gatherings, and they often culminate with giant balloon play. There are hundreds of websites and YouTube channels dedicated solely to inflating the hearts of giant loonies everywhere. So even if you are a bit loony for giant looners, we're not judging you, we're just asking, what the f***? Hola, me llamo Diablo. From the fiery depths of hell, virtually, X plays Adam Sessler.
It's been too long.
It has been a little while, huh?
It's been long.
Almost 24 hours without you. I was going through withdrawals. I was getting shaky.
I mean, me, I'm always shaky, but it may have had to do with you.
I now have a reason now. Hell has literally frozen over. Diablo 3 beta invites were sent out last night.
I think when you and I were up on this stage.
Oh, is that when they started going out?
It was like right around that time. Cause I left and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
It was so secretive and quiet. It was like joining Skull and Bones with less Bush children.
I appreciate that reference. Party of one.
It was funny.
It was good. But yes, they did go out yesterday. I clamored for one right away, got one, hopped in there. It's now been 11 years since the release of Diablo 2. And it's pretty much the same core gameplay, but there have been some upgrades.
Yes.
So let's run them down.
It looks better.
Looks a lot better, yeah.
It's fully polygonal. And having said that, this is not going to get Graphics of the Year awards.
Right.
I mean, I think it kind of shows that they need to get this puppy out because it's kind of right there at the cusp. But, you know, I like the aesthetics.
Part of that is, like, yes, they go with an art style so that it can not graphically be the biggest powerhouse. But a lot of that is because Blizzard knows they want this game to run on laptops as much as they want it to run on the latest high-end gaming systems.
This is not for the Witcher 2 PCs. This is for all PCs that are out there. Obviously, I think the part that I love and I think is going to be the most interesting are what they're doing with the skill trees.
Yes.
They're not locked. You're able to have more skills available at any one time, but you can mix and match them. It's what a lot of RPGs are doing now. They realize, don't force that decision on me before I've had time to play the game.
Right, and understand how these skills are going to go with each other. I froze last night. I was in a public game with 3 other players, and I just froze up, and everybody's like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know how to spend my skill point. And then they reminded me to
There
relax.
is no skill point.
Yeah, and you can reassign them at any time, which is great. And I love that when you get low on health, a tiny little thing, they added that sort of traditional first-person shooter. You're seeing the blood and the veins creep into the screen.
One of the biggest issues, this is true of RTSs as well, is if you spend too much time looking at the UI, you're missing some very key information that's there on the screen.
Yes.
So, and then obviously just the inventory, selling things right there on the spot. That's nice. You're just taking a lot of the busy work out of the process.
Yeah, no more, does anybody have a town portal scroll? Why? Because I'm out of room in my backpack? That's the lamest reason to need a wizard to cast a town portal.
And I wish you could see the backpack. It says like Jansport on it, and they're like, hey, going in the dungeon.
Axes and gauntlets sticking out. Most of the characters are new, or they're hybrids of old characters from Diablo 2. What did you play as?
I played it twice. One was actually at Blizzard about a month ago. I played the Barbarian there.
Okay.
Probably it's the most familiar character you're going to find. It's melee. He has that angry shout that scares skeletons, and he gets really angry and hits everyone. And then Wizard, ranged attacker. That's actually what I was playing today. Really, really powerful in the beta, I found.
I think
but
all classes feel very powerful in the beta, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
Then there's the Monk, which is a melee attacker as well. Some martial arts going on there, and a really powerful healing spell as well to keep you alive. And I played as the Witch Doctor. Did you spend any time as the Witch Doctor?
No. I played as the Demon Hunter, but not as the Witch Doctor. What does the Witch Doctor do?
Witch Doctor is it's very summoning. You know, you got some poison darts,
the
but you can
dogs
summon some dogs and summon some skeletons and some golems and whatnot, and that's there. So last night I was in there on the multiplayer. I ran through the entire thing with a public group, and they did not want to explore at all. They just wanted to go through it, and we reached
because that's what the game's all about.
Right, exactly. It's about grinding through so you can brag to your friends that you saw the ending in 30 minutes.
Look, I did it so fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, that.
This is just a taste of the single player, though, or just a taste of the multiplayer. Gets it out of the way really quick. And the gripe that you were talking about, some people are saying this is way too easy.
Yeah, now here's the thing is, this is a beta test,
right?
Not a demo. So this is not, in essence, to make you buy the game with just a little taste of it. You're actually working on behalf of Blizzard to stress test their servers. For that reason, I think that's why the game is easy, because they're not seeing if the game works. Also, Blizzard is pretty good at making games.
Yeah, they've done it before.
I'm going to assume after working on it for this long, they know it might be a little imbalanced here. It's just I benefit of the doubt.
And then real quick, a tiny little change. I mean, we mentioned that you can sell items right away from your backpack, which is great. I love that you can compare items so easily.
Yes.
Giant cards pop up, so there's no more hunting for stats, and you just say, okay, this weapon's better, equip it, let's go. But then loot whores. I had a problem with this. I'm not going to lie. I would ninja anything that dropped on the ground. I would quick it first. I'm totally that D-bag.
And everyone else.
Yeah, it was me and everybody else who lied about not being that guy. And now you get specific drops when you're multiplayer, right?
Yeah. And so, there's a little thing for everyone. And it really is. Take that nasty edge out of the game, and it's going to make it a lot more fun.
So I had to push Cheerios off my high chair to get a beta key last night, and thankfully that worked. I got it. I got angry enough and threw the juicy juice against the wall. For everybody else, though, how do they get their hands on a beta key, or is it too late?
Right now will be too late.
Okay.
They kind of did the special fancy thing. I actually don't have my new PC at home yet, so I had to, come in here to work, and I was crying all night long last night. Yeah, see?
First world problems.
But yeah. But they are going to release more and more. Probably certain television shows that might be affiliated with the game industry might be giving them away over time.
Okay.
I don't know, but they obviously want to have as many people playing to stress test these servers. I think they're starting small and will grow.
Okay, and if anybody wants a chance, if they do happen to release them, they need to sign into their Battle.net account and opt into beta testing, right?
Yes, so get over that hump. You're going to have to be online to play this game, even if it's single player.
Adam Sessler, everybody. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. I'll let you get back to Diablo. Diablo 3 beta, again, it's out now for special people everywhere.
And us.
And us. Now over to Sarah Underwood.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Hi, Adam. How are you? Still ahead, Apple's new CEO is taking the stage in October. Will he bring the new iPhone with him? I'm going to have all the details in the feed. And today's Prawn is a new 4G phone / hotspot that's covered in cameras. Plus, Carmen Electra's here with her new movie, Mardi Gras Spring Break, so stick around.
What happens next?
Jason Statham is about to do what he does best, take out some bad guys. So what happens next? Does he take them out with his bare hands? Does he use his gun? Or does he use a grenade? We'll have the answer after the break.
I have my shoe on the wrong foot.
That's why it's so Jason Statham is about to do what he does best, take out some bad guys. So what happens next? Does he take them out with his bare hands? Does he use his gun? Or does he use a grenade? Now that's how you get creative with a gun. Killer Elite opens in theaters this Friday.
Who's ready for some news? Yeah? Start the feed.
Okay.
All the news you need to know.
It's Wednesday, September 21st, and here are your top stories. Are you ready for your iPhone to feel old again? Yes, no? Because it's Apple's next big event has a a date! Yay! According to All Things D, Apple's freshman CEO Tim Cook will be taking center stage on October 4th to show off the long-awaited iPhone 5. Like always, details are slim pickings, but sources close to Apple say the new iPhone will be available within a few weeks of the event. But the big question on everyone's mind is, how will Tim Cook look in a turtleneck? Are you pissed off about corporate greed?
Yes.
Bank bailouts?
Yeah.
Rich fat cats eating all the pie?
Yeah.
Well, if you were really pissed off, you'd be at the Occupy Wall Street protests in New York City, supported in part by hacktivist group Anonymous. But there's bad news for protesters as the event enters its 5th day. The NYPD has found an obscure law banning masks at protests, which was originally created in 1845 to stop farmers from rioting. 5 protesters have already been detained so far for wearing bandanas or the hacktivist group's Guy Fawkes masks. Fun fact, Time Warner actually owns the right to the Guy Fawkes mask thanks to V for Vendetta. So every mask sold means an extra bucks for Omega Corporation. Ah, sweet irony. And OnStar is pretty great if your car breaks down and you're too lazy to call AAA. But little did you know that OnStar has plans for spinning a profit off of your driving data. According to the Wall Street Journal, OnStar's new terms and conditions agreement says they'll start collecting data from all cars with OnStar equipment, even if the driver isn't subscribed to the service. The data includes things like GPS location, speed, and safety belt usage. And the terms say they can sell that information to third parties like local governments, credit card companies, and even law enforcement. But when we asked for comment, OnStar reps told us the data was anonymous, only stored for 3 months, and opting out was only a phone call away. And finally, prepare for instant insomnia! Behold, real-time facial substitution. Programmers Arturo Castro and Kyle McDonald collaborated on an open-source program that tracks their face in real time and instantly substitutes it with anyone, from Brad Pitt to Paris Hilton or Fidel Castro or Kim Jong-il. Imperfect? Yes. Creepy? Yes. All I know is that chat roulette in the future is going to have some weird-looking penises. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Now back over to Kevin.
Thank you, Sarah Underwood.
You're welcome.
Bathrooms. They're not just places where you empty your filthy body. They're also gross germ caves. Go Hack Yourself will help you be less disgusting.
It's something we all do on a daily basis. A trip to the loo, hitting the head, number 1 or number 2, but you never think twice about it. You do the deed and go about your day. But the most basic of human habits has its inconveniences. So let's take a look at a few clever ways to hack your bathroom routine. Oh, the smell. Sometimes it's not so bad, but other times it's nuclear. But have no fear, there are simple ways to conquer the stink. First, there's the tried and true quick fix of lighting a match. The potent dose of sulfur dioxide that's expelled from a freshly lit match covers up the chemical that produces that fecal stank. But if that stench just won't go away, try filling a bowl with vinegar and placing it in the bathroom. Letting it sit for several hours will actually neutralize a whole range of smells that may be lingering in your loo. Or you can try an old trick used by realtors. Take 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract, put it in a coffee cup, and let it sit in an oven at a low 300 degrees. Before you know it, your entire house will smell like freshly baked cookies. And hey, that's a hell of a lot better than the elephant house at the zoo. We've all been there. Lost in a big city and not a public restroom in sight. For those dire emergencies, there's Clue, an app in development that will help you find a clean bathroom so you don't have to resort to the corner gas station. Clue is a community-based network that connects bathroom hosts with those in need. It's like couch surfing, but for toilets. It sifts through your social network connections and finds the nearest person who's offered up their home bathroom for a small fee. When you submit a request, the host is notified and you're only minutes away from a nice, clean place to, well, you know. Or if you're feeling generous, you'll be able to sign up to host on Clue and get freebies and discounts on bathroom supplies. That way you can have a fully stocked bathroom and be someone's angel. And finally, it's a problem that's long plagued humanity, the infamous poop splash. But there's actually a simple and scientific way to combat that unpleasant liquid blowback. When solid matter is dropped in liquids, the displacement creates a pocket of air that expels liquid upwards. The heavier the matter and the higher the drop, the worse the chance you'll get nailed with a splash of poo water. But worry not. There's a simple way to fight physics and keep your kisser dry. Take a small section of toilet paper, or the inside of those protective toilet seat covers, and carefully lay it on the water surface before you sit down to do your business. The thin paper barrier creates a shield that softens the fall by creating more surface tension. This significantly reduces the chances of splashback and will ensure a drier, cleaner trip to the toilet. So, there she blows. 3 quick and simple ways to be smarter about how and where you take care of business. They may not be life-changing, but your friends will appreciate the tips. Just don't bring them up at the dinner table.
That's some good advice.
You said you're going to try some of that.
I liked the whole when you take a doo-doo.
I smell a follow-up package in the future. That's why we installed cameras in your bathroom in the dressing room.
You did not.
For science!
On another note, well, kind of not really. Time to review something small in your pants, so kind of same thing.
The Samsung Conquer is here to take over your 4G network. Running Android's Gingerbread platform is a breeze for a phone that boasts a next-generation 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. Featuring a front-facing camera for video chatting on a 3.5-inch screen, the Conquer can also serve as a 4G mobile hotspot. Take home the Samsung Conquer 4G from Sprint for $99.99 with a contract.
Here it is!
Where?
This.
Oh, hey, there it is.
It's 4G on a budget.
That's nice.
The Samsung Conquer 4G promises... What are you doing?
I'm demoing.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
It promises 4G speeds at a 3G price and weighs just 4.1 ounces.
Oh, geez.
Overall, though, it just looks like any other phone. What do you think of the design, Kev?
It does look like any other phone. I mean, it's got a lot of branding on it, which sort of clutters up the front face of the phone and makes the screen seem a little smaller to me. I'm not a fan of that. The Conquer is noticeably lighter than other smartphones we've tested. It does have a textured back for her pleasure. It's good for your grip so you don't drop it into the toilet. There are these function buttons on the bottom, which most Android phones have. I mean, I wish they would incorporate the sort of touch interface rather than these physical buttons, because again, it just makes it look like the device is larger than it needs to be. But that being said, the buttons don't protrude too much from the body of the phone, which is nice.
Now, the Conquer has a 3.5-inch display, which is exactly the same size as the iPhone 4, although it doesn't look like it. It looks like a smaller screen.
It looks smaller, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, because it's got so many logos on it. It's the NASCAR phone. And the buttons at the bottom.
They didn't think that out.
Yeah.
How does it compare?
Well, the resolution is only 320 by 480. Now, if this is your first smartphone, you probably won't notice that resolution. But again, if this is your first smartphone, you probably aren't watching the show right now. You have no idea. You're adjusting antennas with foil on them, trying to figure out what the flickering images are. If you look at the phone closely, you can really see the pixelation. However, the touchscreen was very responsive, which is good. And when launching apps, especially when you compare it against the iPhone 4, which we have right there, it performed as well, and in some cases, slightly better. So take that, aging iPhone. Yeah, it's crying all the way to the bank. Apps and web browsing never felt too crowded, which is nice considering it is a lower resolution.
Yeah. Well, now there's only a 3.2 megapixel camera on this phone.
You're so observant.
I know. I noticed that, and I wanted to express it to you.
It's been weighing heavily on you all day, hasn't it?
It has. I don't even know with 3.2 if that's good or bad. Actually, you know what? Apparently, it's pretty low for a smartphone.
Oh, well, that's... She's right. You gave it a second of thought, and you knew it.
I thought about it. I'm like, I do know this answer.
I bet you want to know how the pictures look, don't you?
I do.
Okay, all right. Well,
Tell me.
The answer is not great. Oh. The colors outside were nice. The exposure inside and outside was all over the place. Oh, that's cute. The button... Oh, a wild Compton appears. The button is double action, which we liked a lot, which means you push it down halfway, it'll sort of focus. You go the other half, and hey, there you go. Picture's taken. Hooray, it's magic. Gingerbread does have more shooting options out of the box than most smartphone cameras. You can shoot in macro, you can control the white balance, which is nice, but you can't tap to focus. We wish it had that.
Yeah, no, with any smartphone, you're going to want to check the web.
Yes, you are.
So how does the phone handle 4G?
It's great, if it's in your area, which is a big if. Download speeds can average up to 4 times faster than 3G. You can actually download the entire Library of Congress in 1.3 seconds.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have no idea if that's true. And you have the ability to tether with this phone right out of the box, so the 4G network makes even more sense. There are some numbers on the screen. If those make sense to you, you're probably erect. If they don't, you're like 98% of the country.
Yeah. And me. Now with everything you just said, keeping in mind that the Samsung Conquer is available from Sprint for $99.
I'll keep that in mind.
With a contract.
Got it.
What are you rating this?
3 out of 5. It's okay to like it. The phone is 4G at $99 with a contract. The display resolution is a little below average. Again, the camera is substandard. We did like how light the phone felt in our little handsies. So if you're looking for a light and capable entry to the 4G market, the Conquer, middle of the road.
All right.
Now you know.
That's it for Gadget Prawn, but if you have a gadget you would like us to rate, email us at gadgetprawn@g4tv. Oh, there it is. .com. Right there. Good news! Here
What?
comes the biggest month of G4's made-up calendar year. We call it Epictober.
Yeah, we're giving away, get this, a trip for 2 to UFC 137 in Las Vegas, an Alienware gaming laptop or 12, and Gears of War themed Xbox 360s and a home entertainment center. I saw it. We're giving that away. Plus,
Candace and I will search for the blue marble in the oatmeal.
yes.
Like in the cult classic UHF. Stay tuned. It's Carmen Electra versus Kevin Pereira.
I can only win this. Actually, I can only lose this. That'll happen. Hello, Carmen.
Ooh,
Hello.
she looks
oh,
good.
Oh, Carmen.
This Friday, Abduction rides into theaters, and so can you. We're giving away an Aprilia Sport City 250 motor scooter. To enter the sweepstakes for a chance to win this awesome ride, visit our website at g4tv.com/epic giveaway. Get your entry in between now and September 22nd by 3 p.m. Eastern to be eligible. We'll announce a winner later that day on the show.
Fail. You're dead. Major fail. 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 You lose.
It's a shame, really. Carmen Electra has just a terrible clothing allergy.
I'll just jump in with you. Don't get my hair wet. Not like that. Thanks. Your hands are so soft. I wish I had your boobs. Oh, stop it. Your boobs are gorgeous. Yeah, but you're so perky. Thanks, but I'd kill for that ass.
Carmen Electra, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. You did it. You did it.
I made it through.
Was that the Meisner method? What did you, wow, that could
It
be
was, as a matter of fact.
That could be the trailer, and that should be the, is that not the trailer? That needs to be the trailer. You put some 3D text on that, and I'm signing up. Wow,
was fun.
okay.
It was
So
really fun.
let us talk about this scene. Is that awkward for you to shoot that with the, because you tell me about it. Just talk to me about that, please. Just tell me everything about that scene.
It was really fun, you know, but actually the poor girl, she was completely naked and...
Oh, that poor thing. That poor, terrible thing.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, everyone from the set is just there watching.
Isn't that weird how that happens?
It's so weird.
People could care less about a production, then there's a nude scene, and the guy from craft services is there mixing his pudding. quitting. Like, yeah, no, I gotta do this right here, right now. Keep shooting. Is that, So do you feel like you have to be protective over somebody like that?
I did.
Yeah.
I felt very protective over her.
So did you wrap her in a robe, or did you just kindly embrace her?
I think I attacked a photographer that was
Did you really?
hiding underneath. No.
I was like,
No, but there actually was. There was a on-set photographer, and he was kind of like hiding in the set, shooting pictures.
what a creeper. Do you happen to know his blog?
I do.
Can you give it to me after this interview? No, that's not cool. I mean, so this was the movie is Mardi Gras, Spring Break.
That's right.
But I mean, you had me at hello. But what is the premise at this Spring Break?
3 college students go on a road trip to Mardi Gras, and all their wild fantasies
They actually come true. The Mardi Gras that everybody wants to have, and then no one actually has when they go out there.
Yes.
You get drunk off one holy hand grenade, and then you're vomiting in Bourbon Street, and that's it. Have you done Mardi Gras? I mean.
No, I haven't actually, but it felt like it was Mardi Gras for real. I mean, we shot a scene, like a parade, and I was the queen of the parade, and I was on this huge float, and honestly, we didn't need extras at all, because people just started to party and follow us, and next thing you know, girls are going topless, beads are flying.
What? I need to get a float. Is it? So they just came on out, and did you allow them to like sort of be part of the scenes? Like, yeah, why not? And throwing beads out and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't during Mardi Gras that you were filming this, then? It
No.
was like in June or something like that.
It was
You guys
just a
went out there?
regular night. Just a regular night.
Like, this guy owns a cafe. That guy's a lawyer, yeah, but he wants some beads, so give them to him.
Exactly.
I imagine you must get hit on relentlessly.
Sure. You must too.
No.
You're very.
God, no. Yeah, actually, the same guys who hit on you probably hit on me. It's never who you want. But is there a common tactic at this point? Do they try the pickup lines?
I've had some really bad pickup lines. For instance, one of the latest ones I've heard was, baby, get down on your knees and smile like a donut.
What?
I took a minute, right? It took a minute. Yeah, but you liked it.
Does it have to do with glaze? Is that what?
That's exactly what.
God, okay, yeah. I really didn't get it. So.
Oh, you know? Okay,
so
yeah.
you immediately gave him your phone number, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Does that work? Do you want like the silly?
No, they're terrible. The one-liners are terrible. Yeah.
So what do you want? Someone to just come up and like, hi, pleasure to meet you.
Direct is
Can we
better.
have sex sometime?
No, not that direct.
Not that direct.
No, not that direct.
So where's the line?
I'm a good girl.
No, you're a great girl, and a great girl who also enjoys a tranny fight, which I love.
Yeah, I sure do.
All good girls enjoy tranny. What? Oh, was that not segue enough? Was that not good enough? What is this? What you were at? You actually witnessed tranny fights.
I did. Yeah, I was at the Hard Rock Hotel and went to go see this fight, and it was really interesting.
So this wasn't like in the lobby that you saw 2 trannies going at it. This was a sanctioned bout.
It was, and it was for charity. So 2 trannies got in the ring and put on their boxing gloves and boxed it out.
I love it. And I heard you're also going to Singapore. Is that because you fell in love with tranny fights and you want to see more of them? Or is this an unrelated project?
Unrelated, totally unrelated.
What's bringing you to Singapore?
Well, I'm not sure if I'm going yet, so we're jumping the gun a little bit, but I've been touring with the Pussycat Dolls. We've been doing sort of the original burlesque show, and so. You
do so much. Is that like, would you call that a favorite, or is it the acting? Do you want the singing and dancing? Do you want to just manage a tranny that's a boxer? Like if you, because you don't sleep, which is incredible. Like you're so busy. You do when you're actually up, you're productive, which is mind blowing to me. Is there a favorite in your life?
I love dancing. Dancing's what I've known my whole entire life, so it just feels the most comfortable.
Well, you've danced your way into our hearts, Carmen Electra. Aww. You have. Aww. You're doing a little samba right here. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming on the program.
Thank you.
Carmen Electra, everybody. Mardi Gras Spring Break opens on Friday, and still ahead, a race car has an oopsie and our epic fail. Stick around. Thank you. Looking for a better way to watch your favorite internet videos? Well, it's time to consolidate your content with the new Boxee app for the iPad. Boxee lets you enjoy thousands of hours of free content from your favorite sites like YouTube or Funny or Die, all in one place. Want to see what your friends are watching or share a video with someone? Well, Boxy syncs with Facebook, Twitter, or Tumblr to make sharing with friends simple. The Boxy app makes it easy to add your videos to your iPad from your computer's web browser thanks to the Watch Later feature. Just click on their bookmark link, and your video is automatically added to your queue to view whenever you're ready. If you get tired of watching videos on your iPad, users with Boxy boxes can readily send videos to their TV and enjoy it on the big screen. But the best part of the Boxy app is that it's free. So head on over to the iTunes App Store and check out Boxy for the iPad today.
Are you guys still laughing at my height?
Yes! Only because I've never felt...
Look at this right
I've never felt tall in my life. Coming up tomorrow on an all-new Attack of the Show. Parks and Recreation funny man Chris Pratt will be here live to swing for the fences in his new movie, Moneyball. Then on Gadgetron, Chris Hardwick rates the new Acer Revo home theater. It's packing a Blu-ray player and an interactive trackpad, and all for $550. And UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock joins Blair Butler and Blair Herter to break down UFC 135 in MMA Chokehold. See it tomorrow. Oh, hey, Twitter wall.
What's it doing over there?
Oh, it's just scrolling text. You want to read some of it?
Yeah, let's do one. Bobby F. J-Town, when does this movie come out and how much does it cost? Does not matter. Plot does not matter.
I couldn't agree more. When that clip was running, I had flashbacks to nervous anxiety of I hope my parents don't come in. I should shut off the TV. I'm I really did. It felt like something I was watching against their permission at 1 a.m.
I enjoyed it. Even as a girl, I liked it. I like seeing pretty girls.
Yeah?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, what was your favorite part about it? Did you like it?
The whole when she's like, oh, your boobs are nice.
Yeah.
And she felt them.
Huh?
I liked that.
Yeah, I like that too. You ever found yourself in a situation like that? Anything similar to that? Or anything, maybe college?
No, not really. I guess that's just why I liked watching it. So.
Yeah, I really liked it. You want to maybe come over sometime?
I'm sorry why I started even talking about
No,
this
it's totally fine. It's totally fine. We can totally talk about it. You ever want to come over sometime and watch a movie? Hey, everyone on the Twitter wall wins a pair of passes to get into Portland, Oregon's RaffleCon Summit on October 1st. If you're going to be in Portland, you'll get to attend this convention devoted to all of your favorite internet memes. And when you're in Portland, don't forget to put a bird on it. Many, many thanks to the lovely Carmen Electra. An extra special thanks for bringing that clip, Miss Carmen Electra. Also, thanks to Adam Sessler and to Sarah Underwood. This was sort of my Make a Dying Wish show, but Adam Sessler stopped by and prevented the show from turning into Red Shoe Diaries. It would have been awesome.
We love Adam.
We do, but I had a shower scene all planned for all three of us, which would have been great.
No, you didn't. That wouldn't have happened. Good night, everybody.
What if it were a green screen and I wasn't in it? Then does it happen?
What?
You and Carmen Electra in a shower.
Green screen?
Just you and Carmen.
No.
No?
I know what would happen.
You, me, and Carmen.
You didn't change anything.
Okay, well then pull me out of it. Just you and Carmen.